Hello my WildStar friends, how are you all going today on this purpley sky evening? Now I know I've been away from WildStar for a while. I haven't come back to it, but I did say I was going to do like a lot of little guides for WildStar PvP. So I've only made two so far, and it hasn't really gotten into the actual fighting combat of it yet. So I'm only planning to do about two more, maybe three, probably just two. So this one is going to be about what skills do you pick to go into PvP, because it's a bit different to PvE. And then the last one's going to be like, what are like actual tactics to fight with. In WildStar it's a bit different to like WoW and those other games. Like there's quite a bit of difference to what you have to do and like how you have to play it. So having a look at Esper, if we just open up the skills right here, we're going to see that you need a builder, so at least have one builder. For the Esper we're going to have telekinetic strike as the main builder, but if you went a different build, there's like a different build for Esper. You go with Psychic Frenzy, which is like the kind of melee lifesteal build. But for now we'll just say telekinetic strike. So let's say you went with telekinetic strike, that's your builder. Then you need like one dumper of your energy, because everybody has energy. Espers will have the psi points, the combo points, so like when you reach 5, then you dump it. Like you need something that uses it. So that's going to be, the main one for us is going to be Mind Burst. You could go Telekinetic Storm, but it's very situational. Like it's really good against stalkers and some weird things like that. You could also use it to shred tanks, because if you get it at tier 4, you shred armor. The max you shred is like 40% armor. Also, if you get it to tier 8, you can reduce the deflect chance of an enemy. So if they're running like a tank engineer or something like that in a BG, then you could go Telekinetic Storm tier 8, tier 4, whatever. And then that's when you do that. But have one. It's not, don't get Mind Burst and Telekinetic Storm, because they're both energy spenders, you know what I mean? So if you look at Engineer, for example, they have that Electrocute thing, the thing that zaps for a while, but they also have a different energy spender. But just pick one, don't get two. Otherwise your abilities are like inefficient. And the last thing you want is an inefficient Engineer, because things just crumble. We're all gonna die. But we're not really gonna die, don't worry about it. Alright, and typically for your builder, you put it to tier 8. You put everything tier 8 on the builder. That should be true for like every class, as far as I know. And then again, you typically put every point like to tier 8 for your main spender of the energy. So the thing that uses it, uses all your energy points, whatever class you are, and it like uses it. You get that to max, you put 8 points in it. Then you have a third thing, and then that's a bit situational on which one you put your points in. Now I haven't really played the game once the essence thing came out, so there's probably more unlocks to get more available points, and there's probably more abilities that I won't cover here because I have no idea what they are, because I haven't played through to that point. But what I'm saying now is still like the fundamentals, so with this knowledge you could still make your own decision. If one of the new spells are good, then you could do it, and boom, you know what I mean? Like, why I do this box thing in like every video when I start explaining things. But yeah, so just use the core concepts and you can do it. If there's another spell out there that I don't know about that like fits one of these criteria, then boom. Hey, by all means, please use that spell. Spells are good. S-P-E-L-L. What a blessed word. Alright, so another ability that you want. So far we have the Builder, Telekinetic Strike, and then we have the Spender, Mind Burst. Not Mind Burst and Telekinetic Storm, just one or the other, situational. Then the third one will go Haunt. Haunt is like enhancer ability, like it's utility sort of. So like Haunt, like put something on them that makes them get damaged more. So it's not a builder and it's not a spender. Even though it does build 1 point for espers, it's still one of them things that it does something weird that's helpful for like you and your teammates as well. So like that's another spell you'd get. And then you get like another one here is Spectral Swarm. It's like another one that it does damage, but it's not really your builder and it's not really your spender. It's just another thing that you can use, and it's instant. Like instant cast is better for like a side ability. It's like a supporting ability to your kit, because then you can go like builder. Then when you're not doing your builder, this one haunt is instant, and it does that debuff. It does that utility. Spectral Storm's also instant. Boom, you do it, and you're doing your like instant. Then you can go. Then you can use. You dump it all with Mind Burst. Then you can go back to builder. Like you have those moments. You know what I mean? It's all supporting each other. Then you definitely need like a stun. I'm pretty sure every single class has a stun. So for Esper's, Crush is the stun. Like you 100% need a stun when you're doing PvP. So make sure you have a stun on your bar, and then you're going to be strong. Another thing that's really important in PvP is a get out of CC ability. So this one for Esper's is Fade Out. So you get one of them and get a stun. That's like so far, that's very like you've covered almost every base. You have a builder, you have a spender, you have a couple of utility things that like do stuff like reduce that guy's armor, whatever, or instant cast abilities. Instant, like you don't want to keep channeling, like you don't have like 4 spells where you're like channeling, casting. You like it's not feasible to do all of those casts and do well. Like you don't have that much time. It's like very reactive, you know what I mean? So more instant casts for the supporting spells are better. Well, they're usually instant in nature anyway. Anyway, then yeah, you have get out of CC thing, because everyone will have a stun, you know what I mean? So you need to get out. Plus if you get caught in a stun and you can't break it, most likely you're going to take so much damage from a whole bunch of people and you're just going to die in 2 seconds. So you want to like break the CC, roll out of the way, you know what I mean? Alright, and then you got your CC. And then the other 2 abilities, it's up to like what will like round out your build. Like what are you aiming to do? For me here, it's a fixation build. Fixation puts everything off cooldown, and it gets you like a whole bunch of energy all of a sudden. So I like build. I use Mind Burst. I use all my points, combo points, side points, whatever. And then I use fixation instantly, and then I get combo points again, then I can spend it again. So it's a nice, again, little utility thing that like rounds up my build and makes it like a fixation build, you know what I mean? And then this one is another CC. It roots, snares people. So that's just important for an Esper. And Esper have like so many CC that it's good to have at least 2 in their kit, because why not? Like they have like 3 or 4. So 2 is like really strong on them, and it really helps out the team as well, because when you clump them all together snared, then you can't, like not only do you capitalize on that, but your friends can, like they can just unload all their AoE and stuff, you know what I mean? You can gang up on people. Alright, so I'll just jump on another character just to quickly show you the same setup, but in on a different class, so then it can really sink in on how it's kind of the same format, you know, like a CC break, a stun, a builder, a spender, some utility ones, and then yeah, I think it'll be better to see it that way. This guy, stop calling me man, I'm trying to do a video. Sorry, Drusera. No, I'm not on your side, please. You're embarrassing me. Yeah, so this engineer build was a bit weird, but it still kind of follows the principle still. The only weird thing is the main builder is Bioshell, but Bioshell is it's a big cast, and if you miss that, like, you're not gonna get your energy. But it's because this build has like some utility stuff that also gets you validity. That's how you say it, which is their little energy builder. So see, now I've got full energy. So you would use Bioshell, you would use Volatile Injection to get 5 volatility every 1 second. And then, so that, like, look at that. Your energy's going. Bioshell as well. Wait. Oh, you get an instant Bioshell with this build when you're over a certain amount of energy. I think that's how, I can't remember, I literally like just logged on. And anyway, when you have full energy, now the spender is Electrocute. So now see the energy is getting used, it all gets depleted. So it's got a builder and it's got a spender. Number 3 here is a stun. So you have your stun. This thing deflects it because it's a little raid hologram. It's a piece of wood. Wood can't get stunned. It's already stunned, like it's a piece of wood. Then some utility is this one. You can use that to juke as well, like you pretend to go one way then jump the other way. So that's one of the utility, but also like a bit of extra survivability instead of like, you know, just the rolls. And then number 5, procs. When you do a after you do a multi-hit, then yeah, you can use that 5. Again, it's instant. Remember that. Like, if it's not your builder, try to get the utility spells you're gonna get. Try if they're instant, it's like better, in my opinion. It just like rounds it up better. It's you really can't be like channeling this spell, then channeling another spell, channeling another spell. Like it's inefficient. By the time you channel the 3rd spell, you'd have like other things like off cooldown that you can't even use. It's like when you have more channeling spells in one thing, you're making a decision: do I channel this crap or do I channel that crap? And you don't want to be in that situation. Then you have G, which is the CC break. So you have a CC break, and then C. Oh, sorry. Number 3 was not a stun. C. My last ability was a stun. So you have a stun. 3 was I think it's a massive hit, and it reduces incoming healing. So that was like the haunt of the Esper. The Esper's haunt would like make them take more magical damage if they got hit. The buff is like a utility. This one, again, it's like instant, and now it reduces their incoming healing, and yeah, it does like a whole bunch of damage to them, and it's instant. So that's the utility. So that's like what rounds it all up. So yeah, that's about it. Well, that was it, guys, for picking your build. I hope this was helpful, and hopefully you've learned like the fundamentals where now you can make a build. But obviously, of course, there are builds that pros put out. Like, it's hard to tell who's a pro in this game because there's such a lack of players, but there's like some guy called Bal Warhound on NA, and there's War Esper, which is a really good Esper. There are like quite a few, and they make guides and they put them on a website. I'll try to link it below. I can't remember what it is, but I think I linked it on other videos of mine, so I'll like find it and I'll put it down there. Even though I've given you the fundamentals, that if you want to like make your own little build, I'd still suggest that you have a look at what those like leading players of their PvP classes are doing. That kind of didn't make sense. Check out what they're doing because they're pretty smart and they like figure out a nice build with a complementing skill set that does really well. So like check out that as well. Like yeah, don't just rely on this. This like will like teach you how to do it. But still, those guys are a bit ahead because they're like practicing, they're using the skills, they're testing different builds and stuff. So like credit goes to those guys as well. And yeah, guys, sorry, I know a lot of my subscribers were WildStar players because I just know that I got a lot of subscribers when I was doing the WildStar content, and then I've like stopped all of a sudden because I was never. The thing is like this is one of my flaws on YouTube is like I keep hopping from game to game. Like there's a circle of games I play and I just stay with them, but like 1 month I feel like this game, one month I feel like playing that game. So like WildStar, I felt like playing it at the time, and then cause I was just frustrated that I reckon it's such a good game, I still do now, and like people weren't playing it, but people gave up. They were like, oh no, it's dead, like forget it, whatever. So that's why like I tried to do my part to help the game and stuff. But then at one point I just didn't feel like playing it anymore, so like I just moved on to other games and stuff. And right now I'm like in League of Legends mode. Because I've always felt like I was pretty good at League of Legends, but I never played enough ranked to actually get the rating that I think I can get. So I'm kind of like aiming to get a high rating in ranked, and the season's about to start in like 4 days. So that's my main focus right now, but I could always do like these side videos every now and then. But yeah, we'll see what the future holds. So, hey, it was nice logging on to WildStar again, and I'm gonna make that video, probably the last one, which is gonna be on tactics for in the fight. You know what I mean? So you don't die like so fast, and you have some kind of idea of what strategy you're doing when you're fighting. Okay? And if you like this video, if you found it helpful, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. It really helps the channel grow. Alright, see you later, guys.